Good Saturday morning and greetings, gardeners. It's been a minute. So I'm over here at the plot. It is the middle of summer and basically harvest season. I pulled out my tomatoes. My peppers are doing great. It's kind of hard to see overall in this plot what's happening, but this is my San Marzano tomato plant. I don't know how much you can see on the screen, but it is growing profusely. Got some onions down here ready to, I don't know, we'll see when I can pull those out. This year was a challenge in the sense of I tried to plant things densely, and some things made it, some things didn't. My eggplants here next to these pole beans didn't do great. I think because the way that the sun, it's blocked by this tree in the morning, and then I don't think it gets enough sun. So that was a lesson. But the beans did really well in here. What I've been doing is as I pull and harvest the beans, I just put more in. So I kind of constantly have some beans growing. I think I'm gonna, I might put a couple of more beans in here. I put some black beans in here and only 3 of them came up, maybe 4, but this one doesn't look good. That got eaten. So I may reseed the black beans in here. Today, the interesting story, first of all, I will only ever have one cherry tomato plant ever again for the rest of my life because I am overwhelmed. Look how tall that cherry tomato plant is. And every day I have to come over here and harvest. I already took half of them off of here from the other side. I have to come get these because I'm overrun with cherry tomatoes. But look at my pole beans. This is exactly what I wanted it to do. If you were here earlier, you can see where I planted these double arches and then put a cover. So my pole beans would look really cute and make this archway where you could like walk through the garden. It's very fairy tale-ish and it's gorgeous and stunning. It has flowers. Not one bean has been produced. So I think that's kind of funny. My cucumbers in here got, I just pulled them out. They made a couple of cucumbers. I was able to make some pickles. But then something got it. It was dead. You know, they were starting to kind of look like this. So I just, and then they got brown. So I just pulled them out. And so it's under the beans and it's shaded in here. So I'm thinking about what would work in here. Maybe some lettuce or something that might grow in the shade. So I'm over here strategizing that. So as you can see, these beans really have grown, but no production. This is my teddy bear sunflower. What's interesting is they open like this and you think, oh my gosh, what's wrong with it? But eventually they bloom and open up and get full. This one started the same way. This one I just love and it makes me happy. This is my chocolate cherry sunflower. You can see how tall it is. It is making a lot of seeds. I pulled the first seed head off of it. I think I'm going to pull that one there too because it is, it looks like it's, when I see that the creatures or critters are starting to get some of it, I will pull. And then I don't know if you can see that bee in there. The bees really love these sunflowers. My tomatoes here. I've pulled enough. So I'm pulling these tomatoes as they blush. One of the lessons I learned last year is if you wait till they get red, predators will eat them. There was a predator on this one, and I learned from the OG gardener, just leave it. See that one right there? If one tomato gets eaten, just leave it to get eaten and they won't get the rest of them. This one I'm going to wait another day, but I'm definitely pulling my tomatoes before they get red, and then they do get red at home. Maybe I'll, if I remember, I'll attach my bounty of tomatoes at home. Now in here, I pulled and replanted, and there's turnips in there that look like they are getting predated on. That's new today that I'm seeing. And there is some composted chicken manure on there. So we'll see how that does. I think I'm going to drop some more turnip seeds in the middle. You can see that they're growing over here and around the edges. I think I'll come back and drop some more in the middle. I restarted some sunflowers. This is like a second planting of bush beans that are coming along. More sunflowers. My neighbor's melon invading my space. So I might, the other day I put that post in to keep this fence, because it was the fence, the squash that's growing along the fence, this belongs to my neighbor, was bending over, and then my carrots weren't getting any sun. So I put that post in. Looks like I have another one at home. Looks like I'm gonna have to come over and put that post in here just to keep that fence off of my plot, so this can get some sun. And the sunflowers either make it or they don't. You see how these are, something's eating those. I don't know what that is, but then the one next to it looks okay. So plant more seeds than you think that you need. The squash, the winter squash I planted is coming up. I'll probably thin these out. That one took a little bit longer to sprout, but I'm just gonna have one in each. So I'm gonna pull, because I planted double seeds. So I'll pull one of each of those today. I just harvested some oregano to put in my dehydrator. I also cut some basil to keep it from flowering. And so this is the plot. I like it. It looks very kind of fairy tale-ish when you're in here. And a lot of production on the tomatoes. A lot of zinnias. These are cut and come again zinnias. The zinnias in the back are California giants. They're bigger for the pollinators. Those back there are California giants. Carrots look good. I might take this zinnia and maybe cut this one off. You see how much bigger these are than the ones in the front. And cut this whole stem off and maybe get that tied to the post to open up the canopy for these carrots down here. But yeah, everything's going well. It looks like a mess. It's hard to determine what exactly is going on in here, just because of the sheer density of everything. But I did that on purpose. I heard you could plant peppers pretty densely. You can't see in here too well, but there's a lot of Scotch bonnets coming in here. So I'm looking forward to those. I got a couple of good sized jalapenos. And then these are producing a lot of peppers. Most of them are on the other side because it's open to the sun. So there's peppers coming. This plant, again, the okra lady, Roma tomato plant, has outdone itself. So I'll probably tie this back so I don't hit those tomatoes walking through the pathway. But these okra lady San Marzanos are doing really well. I will show you what I have, the harvest that I have at home. So this is about 2/3 of the harvest. The other third are still blush, and there's a lot more tomatoes to come. So I'll do this batch and a second batch later. So that's it. End of July. Everything's doing very well. I would consider this a productive season. All right. So happy gardening.